Welcome back to Warhammer 40K Rogue Trader, where last time we did a little bit of exploring. We had basically just wrapped things up on what's it called? Gamma. There we go. Started a little colony project there, where we gave some servitors some rights, some housing rights specifically, and went about our merry way. The Adeptus Mechanicus was confused. Yeah, we started exploring some regions of space that there weren't any warp routes that we could use to get there. I'm trying to think. I think the first one was kind of like empty, like nothing really happened there. It might have been like a little narrative vignette, but it was so minor, I don't remember what it was. Next place over, we had some pirates around the planet. We took the pirates out, and yeah, nothing really there either. And then we just have Dargonus left to reclaim of our Von Valankis dynasty's controlled colonial planets, and but that's main story, so of course avoid that and explore everything else around that. So we went to Galactic North, I guess. We're exploring some other systems in order to get to this one system that was where Audari in distress was. Oh, I did remember something. We went to our bridge and we spoke to Heinrich, and we had like a nice little talk with him. Nice little like debrief of what happened on Kiava Gamma. And we had earlier told him like, hey, if you ever want to have a nice chat, you can do that about not business. So we went up to my private quarters and we chatted. We had a conversation, which according to the narration was more like an interrogation, because our boy's an inquisitor. It's his job. And so it was a bit awkward. So we were like, this chat has kind of felt a little bit like a interrogation, so let me lead it for a bit. And then I asked him, like, yo, what's your favorite color? I believe it was red. We're like, what's your favorite food? And he's like, I've never actually thought about that. And I was like, I remember you saying something about I'm a second cheese. Like he's a wine dad. Yeah, we made some small talk with him. It was awkward. But yeah, anyways, he took notice of a little, as things were kind of getting a bit awkward. He was like, well, there is something that I noticed about your room that I wanted to ask you about. And he's like, all right, sure, shoot. And he took us over to this little chessboard, basically. It wasn't really chess, it was Regicide, was the name of the game. It was basically chess. And he's like, why are the chess pieces in this particular maneuver? And my character was like, what? I don't know. This isn't mine. This is presumably a game that Theodora was playing. And he was like, oh, I see. And then he just kind of stared at the chessboard for a bit. analyzing it, and he's like, oh, they were going for like this sort of chess maneuver. And I'm like, you really like chess, don't you? And then he was kind of nerding out, and I'm like, that's adorable. And we invited him to, like, yeah, if you want to ever just talk and play some Regicide while we do it, like, hit me up in the future. Yeah, after that, very nice. So yeah, then we started doing our explorations. Anyways, back up north. We Then we came across a few supply caches. We came across, we had like a bunch of colony events happen as our traveling around to various places caused a lot of colonial projects to become finished, like our hospices for the servitors on Kiava Gamma. Very nice. But Foulstone needed us to visit it for some reason, which was like super minor. So minor, I honestly can't even remember what the fuck it was about. The leader of like the Order of the Hammer, which is like a monastic order that lives there, dedicated to a Saint Cognatius, passed away, and they were basically holding elections for the next one, and they were like, all right, Rogue Trader, who's your candidate? And like, which candidate do you endorse? And we're like, all right, tell me about the candidates. And there were like 3 people. There was like Lunalia, who was like a very devoted person. There was like some former noble who was described as diplomatic and merciful. And there was some other guy like Nigmus or something who was basically just like, yeah, you could use this guy as a total and complete pawn. We decided to go with the noble dude since he sounded pretty chill. He was also Abelard's recommendation. And their family thanked us. We got a little contract task later, basically to start diplomatic efforts, as any 3 of these candidates were supposed to go about the Cornus Expanse in search for the different pieces of the remains of Saint Cognatius, because the previous leader, or prelate, I believe they were called, had like this vision about collecting all of the pieces before he died, and that was significant to the order. So our boy aristocrat guy, whose name I can't remember, is doing it more peacefully than I think some of the others would have done it. Yeah, so that was that. We also had some stuff happening on Janus, where the wildlife starting to act up again, as a bunch of spontaneous mutations happened again, and we had to look into that. The fauna and megafauna started returning, even stuff that was thought to have gone extinct. We were just like, what do we do? I had a bunch of different options, and we chose to just kind of make some outposts around this area that it was happening in, and just observe and study it. And I think we learned that it was basically just like the planet just naturally recovering over time somehow, probably very much influenced by the warp, I imagine. Yeah, that was a thing. What else? Sure, making our way north of Dargonis. We came to like the Oda Badahish system, where we had like our final bit of the Aldari in Distress quest. And as we entered it, there were a shit ton of Drukhari ships around the place, like around all of the planets. And our helmsman was like, it's gonna be tough getting through this undetected. And so we just skirted around them. If you got too close to them, like you'd go like straight into combat, basically. But loaded up some saves. And like in the middle of all of this, or rather on like one of the edges of the system, there was an Adriani, like Odari ship. So we kind of skirted around the Drukhari to reach that, as we found this ship of a bunch of Odari like singing hymns sadly on their ship as they were in the middle of a mined asteroid field. Mined as in it was a minefield, not like, you know, ore mines. So we had to plan out like this rescue mission to get to them. Like some shuttles. I think the plan we ultimately went to, we actually like did it because like originally, like, you know, we planned to like blow up all of the mines like in such a way that the Odori ship would still be safe. And so we did that, got to them, all the Odori were dead. We loaded and saved, did another path, which was like, you know, seemed like it would be quicker. We get like a little shuttle to go in, dodge all of the mines, get the Azure Yanni, and like come back. But they found, once they got there, dead. So I think whatever option you chose, they were going to be dead regardless. And Irlet was rather distraught about that, and narratively came back and was like, okay, you tried, I saw that you tried, you made every effort to try, in all of these situations where we've encountered Odari, so here's that location of the cache I promised. With the Adriani dealt with, we did learn that the Adriani ship had been hit by an Imperial one. And that was kind of why they were singing their little death hymns. When that event taken care of, we then was like, all right, let's take on these Drukhari patrols. And went to attack them. I went to attack one of them. That was a long ship combat. That had to be like 10 rounds or something. And every couple of rounds, new Drukhari ships would show up. We got through that by the skin of our fucking teeth. I learned the importance of restarting the shields during combat. Like, hoo boy. After we had gotten rid of all those Drukhari, that was basically where we left off. So we're continuing. Now they need to make our way to actually getting that thing. The cache, the Odari cache. Trying to get that loot. Alright. Now I don't believe I had gone into the... Yeah. Started over here for some reason. Ooh. Swift and merciless retribution is a proper fate for many transgressors, but the Imperium permits using the convicts of hard labor on distant prison worlds like Vebos 6 to atone for their crimes before humankind. Hundreds of thousands of rogues and lowlifes toil in the mines of Von Valankia's protectorate until death from exhaustion or some other unfortunate accident claims their forsaken souls. I'm guessing something's gonna happen. Yeah, and that says not colonized. Something's gonna happen there later. Abandoned tech priest. Dead world. A peculiar setup. Wait. Gas giant. The cache. Okay. Peculiar setup. This planet can barely sustain life, and yet searchers discovered a long-lost Imperial colony, one that was cut off from the rest of the galaxy centuries ago. The colonists live in conditions worse than any Underhive, yet they still venerate the Emperor and gladly welcome their visitors. The Lord Captain receives an invitation from the local ruler, the Archqueen Princeps Domina. One shuttle and 2 rifles. Yeah, pay the Archqueen official visit. The ruler meets the Lord Captain in a shack, considered to be a palace by the people here. The Archqueen's unusual crown is made out of metal coils, most likely parts of an ancient device for boiling water. The guests are served the finest delicacies the colony can provide. The Archqueen praises the visitors in mangled Low Gothic and calls the Lord Captain her dear sister. At the end of the audience, gifts are presented to the guests. The Archqueen's minister delicately remarks that the best possible gift Lord Captain and her crew could provide would be the replenishment of the colony's meager gene pool. Um, ah, they want some people. Gives orders to canvass the lower decks for volunteers. The most ruggedly handsome among them will be sent to the Archqueen's court, along with other gifts. Lord Captain sends the most ruggedly handsome volunteers to the Archqueen's court. A prank-loving scout named Vesti is among them. Besides that, standard gifts will suffice. Hmm. Like, I kind of want to send the prank-loving scout, but I have a feeling if I do that, we're gonna have like a follow-up thing at some point in the future, where it's like, yeah, Vesti has like made themselves into a god or some shit. Um, am I supposed to give them gifts? The Archqueen is delighted and flattered. She hopes the Lord Captain will pay her more visits in the future. Right. I'm going go this way in order to get there. During the warp voyage. Oh, we literally got this one before. Yeah, just get rid of them. Just dismiss it. Don't moiter them. Make this unsafe, because it sounds like there's a planet there that we'll be able to colonize later. We're gonna... Oh, demonic eyes had materialized and begun to slither across the walls of crew quarter 49. The burning orbs swelled like bubbles of fetid swamp gas, only in secluded places at first, later appearing in plain sight. Everyone subject to their glare started experiencing headaches and spells of self-flagellation. After one of the officers peeled off a portion of his own skin to fashion a makeshift eyelid for one of the fiendish orbs, the section was quarantined, since neither fire nor other munitions could prevent more eyes from sprouting up on the ship. The vessel was cleansed only by escaping from the clutching embrace of the Sea of Souls. By the God Emperor's grace, no peril of the warp prevented the vessel from returning to real space. Okay. And then... Alright. Bit of a big save here. Medicaid teams from the lower decks reported the appearance of a dense purple fog that causes people to develop mutant deformities. Short tentacles, roughly the length of a pinky finger. Since the deformities do not interfere with the crew's performance, the Medicaid are not certain whether this phenomenon should be cause for concern. Some of the more severely infested crew members failed to endure the celebration of the God Emperor's glory and perished. Blam. Alright. Litorbium something. Maledicta. That doesn't sound good. That sounds bad. Glass steel, 7 of them. Pretty good, pretty good. Oh, that looks funky looking. Savannah World and an Explorer thing. Wasteland Wayfarer. Plasteel. Looks like an actual planet. Let's go. Continental world. What do we got here? Unforeseen event. 2 events here. Or one of them is explorable. Alright, what's here? Small planet gently wrapped in amber forest greets you with a ruby-colored dawn. Basil von dem Klerk, the local governor, gives the rogue trader a warm welcome. After several glasses of Damascene, the sweltering ruler asks if Medea von Valancius would like to keep him company during the upcoming hunt. Oh, sure. Yeah, let's go. After several hours of riding the local peculiar animals, you make camp in the forest of in the middle of a golden forest. Basil von dem Klerk points at the sky. A flat disc rises over the horizon, constantly morphing its color and shape. The forest grows silent and empty. You can no longer hear the singing of birds or even the rustle of the wind. Governor nods with satisfaction, and a few shapes step into the clearing. Their bodies are twisted by an unknown phenomenon, and you watch the freaks with astonishment as they begin to dance at the throaty cackling of their brethren, turning the bony growths and pulsating flesh of their scaly hands toward the unnatural thing in the sky. What the heck is going on? Governor's smile was coyly. You're about to see with your own eyes what is happening here. Watch. The hypnotic dance seems to continue forever. The unfortunate creatures howled, whined, and convulsed, unable to tear their bleeding eyes from the celestial body. When the Pavonine disk outshone even the light of the local star, the physical shells of the things that used to be men burst, releasing beasts onto this plane that not even the most fluent and capable pen could describe. What the fuck does Pavonine mean? Also, do we have like a bunch of werewolves here? Pavonine. Of or like a peacock.
Pavonine.
Yeah, pronounced it correctly. Sick. Mazafon Demclerch excitedly explains that the creatures you saw are the children of the great King of Distortion. It is he who is the true god and patron of these fertile grounds. Once every cycle, his chariot shines its light upon the world and bestows transformations upon his most ardent followers. The rogue trader may become one of his heralds. Sure. Heavenly chariot. Alright. The governor practically shrieks with delight, and more eyes open on his hands and neck to give you a closer look. You must speak with the god in the chariot himself and surrender to him whatever you value most in life. To the anomaly known as the King of the Distortion. The senior officers observed suspicious activity emanating from the twisted celestial body at the heart of the system. The chaplain advised you to get ready for a potential encounter with spawn of the archenemy, so it may be wise to reconsider unless you have holy relics, sacred wards, and blessed effigies of the God Emperor. Aflame with a plethora of colors, the distorted celestial disk trembles slightly beyond the endless windows of on the captain's bridge as the rogue trader's ship approaches its center. An otherworldly voice, cold and enveloping, enters your mind. What could this puny wretch possibly offer a king? The officers on the bridge look around, perplexed. Their eyes are full of terror and confusion. Many clutch their heads and let out long howls of pain. Some empty their stomachs, but most, pale and exhausted though they are, have joined the Lord Captain, resisting the entity's influence. Ask who you are talking to. Command the entity to release the minds of the Amber Worlders from its grip. Say you wish to become the herald of the King of Distortion. Who are you? An endless flow of images fills your consciousness. You see horrifying scenes of millions of tortured souls. Their screams rend your mind. Their pain pierces you with 1,000 red-hot needles. King, ruler, the one who is obeyed. That's all you can make sense of, although you see much more. King of Distortion. The king is intrigued. Never before has a mortal sought to obtain his divine blessing. All you have to do is claim ownership of Amberworld and not interfere with the events unfolding on the planet. If the king is pleased with you, he may even let you collect tribute from his playthings. Pray at it. Deafening gong strikes are heard across hundreds of decks. Your eyes are misted with red and your gums bleed as your subjects fall to their knees all at once in a shared prayer to the God Emperor. The holy relics from the ship's temples melt from the ardor of your speech, and the entity screams and writhes inside your brain, struggling to break out. Many drop dead during the first minutes of the prayer, unable to resist the corruption. However, others immediately take their place, unfazed by the sights of their fellows turned to dust in seconds. Then a nauseating stench engulfs the ship's decks like a wave, causing people to retch forth their innards. Finally, every deck is plunged into darkness. Ghosts of the past walk among the living, stealing breath from those weak of spirit, and still the prayer is not extinguished. King Killer. It is hard to tell if the prayer service has lasted several hours or several days. At some point, you feel your very essence overflow with heat and power, and then the intruding will falters. The distorted disk vanishes from the void ship's augers, as if it has never been there before, has never been there, and at long last, everything is quiet. As everyone slowly recovers from what just happened, reports begin to come in to the captain's bridge. You've lost a third of your crew in the unequal fight, and the fortunate survivors are going to take quite some time to come round. All hail the rogue trader. Just killed a local deity. This is fine. The governor of Amberworld has spoken. Seems this chariot is some kind of anomaly manifesting in the forms bodies of people. King killer. By the force of her words, overpowered the unfathomable entity serving the arch enemy. Glory to the Von Valancius dynasty. Sick. The golden force of Amberworld look enchanting even from orbit. Claim yourself the sovereign of Amberworld. Oh, sick. We get people. From that moment, the world belonged to the rogue trader alone. Your people eradicated the settlement's housing and the unclean followers of the profane cult. The corruption instilled by the Kingdom Distortion loosened its grip, and the estates of Amberworld can breathe a sigh of relief thanks to the efforts of their new ruler. Yet malicious servants of the archenemy still lurk in the shadows, waiting for the right moment to wrap the planet in a web of heresy. Evil does not simply disappear without a trace. So do we have like a new colony? What? What? You can see like the stats that they add to this. That's cool. That's cool. Phlogiston. Dirty bureaucracy. Profit factor +3. The requisitioning of religious ties from other worlds in the guise of the ecclesiarchy gives the opportunity to keep a portion of the proceeds. Ah, yes. Corruption. My favorite. St. Cognatius left behind many treasures and are now coveted by powerful men and women. The rogue trader via the Adeptus Ministerium will be a bureaucratic war requiring influential allies and nothing short of an army of clerks and scribes. But if it is passed in the safekeeping of monks in order, it will be a great triumph for the place. For the unquenchable greed. He enjoyed the generous bribes and would like some more. Orbital Fortress of Dragonus 2. Significant source of revenue. How much completion it had? It has 5. Holy shit. So from, however, he's willing to leave that. Not captivated by the idea of seizing House Quarter's Nephium rigs on the frozen world of Lucian's breath. Caligos himself, it would appear, the profit is a mere side benefit of the opportunity to massacre large numbers of House Quarter's servants in planetary battles. Going to pay with the aforementioned priceless flammable liquid in exchange for the fighting force he is desperately lacking. So that sounds like a you give us people kind of thing. Here for sloth. It's like all my chemicals, bro. Are ready to run experiments on serfs to create improved enforcers for the defense of the agri world. I don't like that. Super -10 to their evasion. Sufficiently advanced and well defended to have the honor of hosting an electro priest monastery. Once per battle can be used to immediately remove all that. Receive impact damage. Efficiency 3, weapons 2. Like a bunch of rep with them. Efficiency 4. With the chapel. Man tribute. Relieved to be free from the arch enemy's yoke, the planet subjects gratefully send you their humble gifts. Thank you. Thank you. Now, what is this? Wasteland Wayfarer. Yeah.
They will see. Oh, yes, they all will see.
That's always good. You hear a strange sound that reminds you of dripping water or the clattering of something sharp against metal. Something hidden got unveiled, and I don't know what.
I am registering unconventionally high efficiency for the unit Cassia Orselio, relative to her limited experience. The unit status is being upgraded.
Knowledge is the key to everything, is it not, esteemed Magos? I learned this wisdom from your fellow priests, and it has helped me many times.
Huh? You guys think I failed that? Yeah. Well. Well. That's fine. Silly of me not to quick save before doing that. Now what was discovered?
Curiosity sings in my veins.
I must thank you, esteemed Magos. After your intervention, I feel 50 years younger.
I agreed to help out of respect for the priceless array of augmentations placed in your body. Such sacred creations deserve the best maintenance available.
Oh, nice.
Patience? My nerves are frayed.
Okay, hand flamer. Belly churn. Wheels, my favorite. Hallowed finger bone charms.
In this tapestry of a world, I am the rogue thread.
The ventilation system still works. There are strange gouges on the metal. They look like the claw marks of some beast that was trying to crawl into the shaft.
What
Yes, of course.
lies beyond?
Laser pistol and some glow sticks. Stim melta charge.
There will be no peace in my wake.
Unknown Captain's Diary. A thick diary filled with entries written in neat, precise handwriting. Its author was documenting the events of his life with thoroughness bordering on obsession. After browsing through its pages, the following entries catch your attention. Exodus, Watch 1. Never thought this day would come. I'm addressed as Master Captain once more. How many times did I swear never to venture into the void again during those 2 Terran years I spent among the mangled ruins of the unheralded Reckoning's Bridge? Unfortunately, life in a gravity well didn't bring me peace. Reverend Hieronymus promised me that performing a selfless feat of devotion would bring me serenity. Maybe he's right. But I'm still writing in this journal during the long nights to keep my sanity, just like I did for 2 years. Just like I did 2 years there and 7 Terran years after that here. We'll see if I'm able to live without the somewhere that is our Void Wanderer's destination. Watch 1, watch 237. The crew has reported hearing strange noises from the ventilation shafts for a 3rd time. Alas, I'm charged with pilgrims, not seasoned voidsmen. The venture scares them, and they've already managed to make up their share of absurd ghost stories. I asked Reverend Gravik to calm them down. He's the official head of the pilgrimage, so they ought to listen to him. Watch 240. The vent inspection is finished, just as expected. There was nothing to worry about. Just some torn tubing striking the hull. Watch 393. Reverend Hieronymus was wrong. Faith does not bring me peace. I prefer not to take any sides in the theological dispute that has broken out aboard our vessel, ignoring the debates altogether. I'll let Reverend Gravik handle it. I'm slightly concerned about this schism, but as long as both groups are peaceful and agree to follow my orders, they can bicker and shout all they want. Watch 810. The great day has arrived. The Void Wanderer has successfully landed on the planet's surface. I wonder if it'll ever leave it. A settlement is already being built down the hill. Its official colonial designation is AIII 649 Minoris, or A3. But Reverend Gravik said he's going to name it Jesavon. When we first stepped onto the surface, Reverend Gravik's congregation and the Nourishers used different airlocks to leave the vessel. Seemed like they've ceased any and all communication. Watch 1212. Today, the last pilgrims left the Wanderer for Jesavon. I'm alone once again. They invited me to go with them, but I made up an excuse about needing to keep watch in the reactor, at the reactor since my ship is still used for powering the settlement. Truth be told, I just didn't want to go with them. They say less than 1,000 pilgrims are still loyal to Gravik. The services at the main temple are performed by the nourishers, and the Saint Drusus statue is cut only up to its knees. I can't understand their beliefs, but I don't think they will help me more than Reverend Hieronymus's faith. Watch 1287. I was awoken in the night by a dozen pilgrims from Jessamine. They were armed and scared and said the nourishers had arrested Reverend Gravik. They were bewildered and didn't know what to do, wanting me to act. So, act I did. Since Reverend Gravik is the official head of the pilgrimage, I deemed this an incident of civil unrest. I cut power to Jessamine and demanded Reverend Gravik's release via Voxcom. We are holding the line. Watch 1290, 3 days later. Nourishers have come to us. Gravik was with them. He was calm and said that the conflict had been resolved. He took the confused pilgrims and their guns with them, and I restored power to the settlement. I have no idea what's going on. Peace. The watch is of no consequence. Today I received the brotherly kiss, and now I believe I can clearly see the spiral path among the stars set for us by the Emperor Progenitor. Now I can hear my brothers and sisters. I am finally alone no more. So a cult.
Curiosity sings in my veins.
Cult got formed, eh?
We should deal with this.
Oh yeah, we should. The metal box was brutally forced open. Why would the ship's owners break into it if they could simply turn the key? Good question.
One step at a time, amidst the madness.
All leads to here. Oh, box cleric. Hey, buddy. It's gonna open this door. Come on. Hunched over the Voxcaster, the hooded man mutters monotonously but emphatically into the microphone as he rocks slightly to and fro. In the light of distant stars, our Emperor Progenitor wanders warily. With thoughts and visions of us, he sends us particles of his light. Though his body suffers, his mind lingers on us. Let us therefore nourish him in the light of our souls, with our prayers, with our faith. Argenta frowns. The faithful worship the Emperor under a great many names and after a great many fashions, and yet I do not like this prayer. Praise the Emperor. Greetings, priest. Excellent, a Voxcaster that works. Now we can let the planet know I have graced it with my presence. Put your hands up, take off your hood, and don't make any sudden movements or else you'll be dead before we're properly acquainted. Observe silently. The man falls abruptly silent, as though sensing your presence. Then he says, "And here come the afflicted." With a pale hand, he throws back his hood. You see an ugly face with a flat, wide nose, disproportionately large brow ridges, irisless eyes with enormous pupils and wide toad-like mouth, and skin that transitions to purple scales at the cheekbones. Standing before you is an abominable subhuman, a mutant. Welcome to the abode of the Nourishers. This being's nature has strayed too far from mankind's blessed genome. The Creed sees no humanity in deviations like these, and so it commands that such creatures be exterminated without mercy. Who are you? The man smiles, and the broadest smile his abominable mouth can produce. I am Locooked, Clamavis of the nourishers of the afflicted. I am he who speaks to our progenitor. This ship belongs to me. What was that you were muttering? A prayer? I was praising the Emperor Progenitor so that my brothers and sisters might repeat the sacred words with me. Under stars unknown, he keeps his vigil and sends us his light. He is exhausted and maimed, but in his graciousness, he does not allow himself to forget us, and we are grateful. We know that our prayers will quell his anguishing hunger, and therefore we speak to him. We beckon him so that one day he and his faithful may come to us under his care. The man rocks gently in place as he makes his speech. Cassia begins to rock back to and fro ever so slightly in sync with the man. Purple. Everything is purple. I can see. You mean our god, the master of terror, who sits atop the golden throne, or the blasphemous petty deity of whatever cult you're in? Is anybody else here? Your brothers and sisters? The man responds with joyful laughter. They are here. They are hiding, waiting. Once we were many, now we are but few. Our blood degenerated, our flesh grew weak, and we were on the verge of death, but you have come, and that is good. You and your people will infuse our blood with new power. Your ship will take the nourishers to new worlds. We will rise again. Do you mean our god, the master of terror who sits atop the golden throne, or the blasphemous petty deity of whatever cult you're in? I know no god but the Emperor Progenitor. Others are either figments or ephemeral, fleshless spirits. Do you believe in the God Emperor, the protector of mankind who dwells on holy Terra? Make your answer forthright and clear, for I stand before you as his chosen servant, and this rogue traitor has been anointed by him. The man's only response is a mocking grin. I see. A blasphemer. I understand this to be a trap, am I correct? Indeed, afflicted one. You have nowhere to run. The mutant shrieks, grinning. May the grace of our progenitor be upon you. His words are piercing, becoming a shrill echo of 100 voices, minds, growing ever louder, torments your mind, and before you know it, you reach for your weapon. Pew. You hear a clanging echo growing louder in the empty modules, like hundreds of clawed, shrieking bulkheads and grabbing onto bars. Whoever is advancing upon you, there are a lot of them. You ought to run for your life before they trap you in this crammed Vox cabin. Argenta's expression brightens. Countless foes and a cumbersome position. Oh, Emperor, I thank thee for giving us another chance to taste the sweetness of battle and the solemn joy of courageous deeds. Sister, I fear we are about to partake in something quite different, or more likely, someone is about to partake of us. Hold still and listen. Make a dash for the Voxcaster and try to contact the ship. The Vox Spirits spits out a torrent of static, through which you nonetheless manage to catch fragments of words spoken by a voice not unlike that of your Voxmaster. Von Vleck, command, lock. The signal is lost before you manage to say anything. Rick, take the goods. The heck is this heavy stubber? What the fuck are you? Gene Stealer. Oh no, Tyrannids. Oh fuck. We found a Gene Stealer cult. Go forward a little bit. Duralette. I'm feeling we're probably gonna need some people over this way. All right.
Schemes within schemes.
What's this? Combat Locust. Or double all of the time discharge. I just set them down. Alright. Oakley dokley. Here to 5.
What if?
Now.
This tedium is beneath me.
285 damage, dude.
Ancestors, guide me!
Okay.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
One percent. I just like too close. Don't have good angle.
I'll do it.
Darn it. Okay. I mean, hey, even if it...
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
Oh, I resisted. Bonk him.
Running binary override. The scriptural prognosis is favorable.
Put that there. Oh, there's the other lad. Alright. I just got called down for dinner. So as we're finding these gene stealers, we're gonna take a break. Boop. I am back. I had spaghetti. It was really good. Thank you, the sheep that could, for the follow, by the way. Have a good lurk. Or Twitch browse. Alright. So, got another gene stealer over here. Can't really do anything. I guess I should have put my trap there somewhere else.
At your beck and call. It will be done.
The storm
Front line to
approaches.
there. Got it. Magenta? Oh. Well, might as well get you pre-buffed at least. Yeah.
Oh, a wicked thought. You are marked for demise.
Alright. Toxic. Let's fucking go. Gene stealers, baby. Where's the next one? Right over there. Only 3 of them?
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
Yes, we know. Alright, which way do I think this guy's gonna appear? Probably this way. Well, I was wrong. I was absolutely wrong. You know. Have Abelard just absolutely decimate another Tyranid by himself. Oh, is he gonna be able to do it? I don't think he is. He isn't.
At your beck and call.
No. Argenta, have this. Be able to do it? Oh. Just barely. Out of sight.
Request approved.
Shut up. Oh, he healed. He healed a lot. Did the thing where I forgot to do sworn enemy first.
Indeed.
Indeed.
At your beck and call.
Don't you fucking run from me. Sure did rear. I don't know why I did that.
Let's see.
Get toxic, nerd.
I will do my duty.
Fucking go. I wonder if we had brought Heinrich, if we would have been able to
Oh, my nerves are frayed.
identify that dude as, you know, curated. A gene stealer. It's kind of getting some alien
In this
vibes from
tapestry
this.
of a world, I am the rogue thread.
Hmm? Fox Cleric? I just looted you. What do you mean? Can I loot this now? Yeah. Alright, another level up. That was a quick level up. Available abilities. Let's go. Warp speed up. And their AP by 1. Ooh. What? I have that. Huh? I'm fairly certain I have that. The 3 plus psi. Yeah, like what? Regeneration or warp speed. Yeah. All right. One round, all attacks by allies in that area inflict the overwhelmed effect. Gain armor, immunity to prone. Okay. It lets me have this, but not this. So weird. Psi rating +1. Oh. Didn't actually know that. Above the thundering guns. 2 random allies gain temporary. Oh. Nuclear result. Cool. Allies in that area gain that. It's 5 plus 2 times int bonus 4 plus fellowship bonus 7, so 11, 22, 26 minus 26 ballistic skill. Holy shit. Minus 25 rate of fire. And 16 weapon skill. Additionally, melee creatures have their MP reduced by 3, and ranged creatures try to get behind cover. Creature counts as a melee creature if it has at least 1 melee weapon, and this additional effect does not work on some stronger enemies. That's pretty cool. Alright. Which skill shall we give you? Bulwark. To the start of their next turn, the Vanguard gains damage deflection against ranged attacks equal to the number of stacks of unyielding beacon on the Vanguard. Additionally, the Vanguard becomes immune to push and forced movements until the end of their turn. Alright, follow my lead. Until the start of their next turn, the Vanguard gains 10 plus 2 times fellowship bonus, so 18% damage and 18% armor penetration against enemies in a 2-cell radius around the Vanguard. Additionally, when the ability is used, all allies in a 2-cell radius gain the following, and following can move up to any cell adjacent to it without provoking AOP. Force distraction. Choose an ally. All enemies of 3 cells around this ally must make a will save. Unfavorable becomes their priority. Okay. Regardless of the willpower resistance test results, the chosen ally does not provoke AOPs from these enemies, can shoot enemies in melee range, and move if not within range of attacks of opportunity. Alright, provocation. Force an enemy in their melee range to immediately attack the Vanguard. All of the Vanguard's allies who are wielding melee weapons and adjacent to the enemy make an attack of opportunity. The enemy suffers plus 4 more damage from these attacks of opportunity, and it has a 10 minus, so 18% penalty to parry and dodge. They're unyielding weak. Well, enemies in a 3-cell radius. That is not what it says. Like, looking at the little diagram here. Like, it says, I mean, it's got that correct, but it doesn't have this correct. In 10-cell radius. That. Okay. Reckless Rush immediately gains 3 plus 13 MP. If the Archmilitant has stacks of versatility, those stacks are doubled. So the end of the turn, but the Archmilitant loses all stacks that were added at the end of the turn. Alright. Next attack will cost 0 AP, will not count towards the attack limit this turn, and will grant a stack of versatility even if the attack type is his ability is reduced by 1 for every 4 stacks of versatility. Okay. Makes a melee attack with a kick, dealing toughness plus strength. 6 damage instead of weapon damage. Tank does not count towards the as a single melee attack for the purposes of versatility. This attack cannot be parried and will push the target 2 cells away. Good for when things get up close. Reckless Rush is more for melee, so we'll go with you. Oh, you also get a talent, huh? You get a talent. Use Navigator power that has not been used. Use 1 additional damage for every 5 bonus characteristics. It's currently equipped staff. In combat, enemies damaged by this suffer an additional 6 damage from all attacks of opportunity and cannot dodge them. Effects of any Navigator powers, enemies have their armor under my protection. Actually look at some of these abilities, you know. Evolate the soul. Heals 3. Oh, this is a line attack. Unlimited range. All targets in the line inflicts the soul burn at the start of their turn. So 3 plus 14, 15, 17. Damage to start of the turn. At the end of their turn, they make a will save. Remove. When burning, Psychers suffer additional damage every time they use psychic powers, and demons every time they attack or use psychic powers. Pretty cool. Decrease veil degradation by 7. All allies gain 7 deflection against all warp damage and damage from psychic powers. For ally gains boop 4 times willpower to their willpower and toughness until the end of combat. Holy shit. 27. Or no. More than that. No, less than that. 24. Scourge of the Red Tine. Creates a 3x3 zone. Every creature that is in it enters it or begins their turn in the area. One plus 7, so 8 to 18 damage. This ability can only target allies that have at least 1 melee weapon. The target immediately gains an additional turn during which they gain the charge ability, and only this ability. Not have the prereqs for that. Vigil beyond time. The first use ability on any target marks the target. Enemy targets must pass a will save. Second use returns the target to the position where it was during the first use. Waking Nightmare. All enemies within the area. It is a unique area. Their willpower and toughness. Warp Curse. It becomes cursed until the end of combat. All incoming warp damage is increased by that. What's the one that was like super good? This one. Target gains 5 times. Okay. 35% increased hit chance on their next attack, dodge on their next dodge test, and chance success on the next resistance test. These bonuses disappear independently from each other after being applied. Soul burns also. A lot of these are really good. The veil degradation's nice. Can't get it though. Reveal the light. So now we know we've got one that's going to affect allies. Percent armor. This additional armor is reduced by the amount of veil degradation down to a minimum of 0, and increased by the infusing parameter. Additional movement. Oh yeah, since I was doing it like a bit out of order, it was like, nope. It's like no more ability gains. Uh. Ability, ability, ability. We get like 3 more, but this is also gonna have like its own, yep, own shit. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9. Like no. Okay. I'm gonna get like a beneficial one. I might as well get it now. Calculated relations. Alright. Acceleration protocols. Gain 6 MP in the first round of combat. That'd be honestly pretty useful. Oh, and every successful melee attack grants Pascal int bonus divided by 2. So 3 MP the next round. Nope. Opposing communion. Attacks and effects of the exposed weakness ability gain bonuses against enemies under the effects of Machine Spirit Communion, as if those enemies had 2 more stacks of exploit. Use Plasma or Melta. He gains 1. Overcharge. Plasma or Melta weapons. His hit with these weapons increased by that. Stacks. Escape reduction protocols gains 10 plus 2 times int. Dodge reduction and parry reduction with melee weapons. An enemy dodges or parries his attacks, the bonus is doubled for the next attack. Skirmish. Melee attacks deal an additional 26% damage. Alright, claim the bounty. Makes a free single attack with the selected weapon. This attack always hits, does not end the bounty hunter's movement, but deals only blank. Each third enemy. Called bold. His armor will be reduced by 3 times difficulty tier. Rido. Whenever an ally attacks a target marked as prey, this attack deals plus bounty hunter's perception bonus 6% additional damage and gains half of the bounty hunter's current bonuses to critical hit chance and critical damage granted by that. You just gain an ability, huh? Suffer agility bonus, 2 times agility bonus, so 16% armor, minus 16% armor, and greater perception int, minus 1, 6 deflection until the end of the assassin's turn. If there is only one enemy adjacent to them, the assassin also gains blank. If there are no enemies, they gain the greater ability dodge reduction until that. Okay. straight line for up to that. Suffering minus weapon skill bonus, less damage from attacks of opportunity, and gaining blank if this assassin has not dashed through any enemies at the end of the turn. Does not sacrifice. After the first use, the assassin can use this ability again for free. Huh. Actually sounds pretty good. This is just like movement, right? 1 plus agility bonus. That's 9 divided by 2. 4 cells. Yeah, that's good. Good if she has to, like, move like we just had to.
They will see. Oh, yes, they all will see.
They'll all see, you know? That's just, like, kind of glitched.
Things in my veins.
Alright. Lost in the void. Completed something. Has been found on a world destroyed by ungodly Xenos. Woodfall is still waiting for news from an ancient thing. Been jettisoned somewhere in the 100 Dreams Crossroads or the Gren's Belt. Where the fuck is 100 Dreams Crossroads? So, like, that one planet was in a lot of danger, actually. Here's the Gren's Bell. Guess I just can't get to that place yet. Last chance of Cyrene. The void ship is in the clutches of the warp elements. Whirlpool has suddenly emerged and is threatening to throw the ship off course and leave the helpless crew at the mercy of the Sea of Souls. Only the Navigator's talent can save hundreds of people from madness or death. Call upon the Navigator to do his duty and steer the ship back on course. Or we do that. Check up on our good friend Irelet. Let's check up on them, actually. On her. If she has, like, you know, any commentary on those vessels that we think failed to save in every single case. And while I'm here. You don't get nothing, huh? Damn. Non-burst area attacks. Target ally or the master tactician gains +1 resolve for every 5 stacks of tactical advantage. And to the beginning of their next turn. Equal to momentum. Two stacks. This is half. Or lose temporary wounds from damage. The target gains momentum. Suffers direct damage. Henchman, Inspire, and Strong Point. Weird. Can only be used on enemies with the unfinished business effect. This effect is applied to enemies which were attacked by the Master Tactician's allies, but not by the Master Tactician, and have less than 50% of their maximum wounds. Immediately attacks the target with a single shot or strike. This attack does not count towards the attacks per turn limit, dealing half of the weapon's damage and an additional plus ballistic skill. Like Strong Point. Light. Yampaba. All allies are healed. Okay. Good. Pretty good. So we heal. Fave. What's the prereq on this? Rating 1. I should have that. Speaking ether. As in warrior. Psi rating +1. Neat. Psychic power costs 50 momentum and can only be used when momentum is 175 or higher. Until the end of combat, the weapon in the Psycho's hand is replaced by a sword made of sheer will. An area attack can be used to release a cone of fire or a line of fire like a flamer. Damage of this sword is same as Purge Soul, with all the same bonuses. Not much. If Psycho used a force weapon, all the bonuses from that force weapon remain. And Adira. don't get this, man. I don't get this. That don't make sense. There's been other movement points. Move as close as possible towards the Psyker. I don't like that. That doesn't sound good. All allies that are currently affected by any of the Psyker gain the perfect timing thing. Once per round, the Psyker's next turn is moved up by 2. I have 2 turns on the initiative.
Lord Captain. Lord...
Instant in the officer's quarters, a healer team is required. What the fuck happened? See that my boys are standing up, right? That's good. Got your sword sticking out there, Earlet.
Hello, Talk.
A little bit silly.
The only sire.
Okay. Nothing. Big ass. Anything. Never anything on the Vox channels, man. Never anything on the Vox channels. Last chance of Cyrene. An unidentified object has been located in the system. The artifact reacts to our transmissions by releasing unknown radiation, most likely of Xeno origin. The cogs are reporting. If we want to get a closer look, we need to close the distance between the vessel and the object. That? Oh, I'm over here. Check that out first. Scorpion chain sword. Odari weapon. Cloak of Shadows. Whenever the wearer deals damage with an attack of opportunity, they gain the Shrouded effect. This effect does not stack. As long as the wearer has the Shrouded effect, when becoming the target of an attack, they automatically dodge. After that, Shrouded effect is removed. That would be great for Abelard. Holy shit. Methium, ore, and a thing not explored. Unforeseen event. Ship components. Why, but the star looks like it's about to. Also, is that a fucking halo? Just noticed. I thought that was like an outline of it, but I think that's just a straight up halo. Like a ring, a Dyson ring, or whatever it's called. Wolf, what's on the planet first. At first, it looked like the snowy and desolate planet was devoid of surprises, but the yellow and orange flickering of the lumens and the notifications from the augur system informed the officers there was a small colony that survived in spite of the harsh climatic conditions. All attempts to hail the colony have failed. Not a scouting party. Explorers report the dismal condition of the settlement and its inhabitants. Their skin is translucent and pale, their icy blue eyes see practically no color, their language is rough and guttural, and their stomachs cannot tolerate anything except a stew made from local roots and mosses. And yet they are subject of the Imperium, still loyal to the Emperor. They have mistaken your people for his emissaries. Find out what happened to the world. Local elders woefully reminisced about times long gone. Most of them were still sheltered in their mothers' wombs when snow first settled on the verdant fields. Hail, rain ruined the crops, and frost hardened the soil. Plants and large beasts that could not sustain themselves were the first to go. They were soon followed by birds and other small animals. Most people in large cities perished, unable to warm themselves and their families. They say the governor and his entourage left the world in the first days of winter, taking all the provisions and fuel with them. No one responded to the pleas from the dying world. The stars remained deaf to the messages transmitted by the planet's Vox stations. These abandoned subjects of the Imperium still managed to save the machines and their valuables, but they were of little use without a supply of promethium. And yet those who survived eventually adapted to the tribulations that the God Emperor had bestowed upon them. So basically these people out here playing Frostpunk. Got it. Take any machinery from the colonists and abandon them on the freezing world. Goddamn. Give the unfortunate people a gift of promethium and send tech priests to perform the rites of generator maintenance. Let them have fuel. Oil. When the maw of the first generator belched forth a furious roar and black ash started falling from the sky instead of snow, the locals laughed and danced, trying to warm their limbs after decades of cold. They called down blessings upon their unseen savior, a rogue trader from the Von Valankia's dynasty, and thanked the God Emperor for the fortuitous encounter. Yo. The explorer's departure was accompanied by shouts of grateful approval, not to mention their many parting gifts. Nice. Little did they know, on the other side of the planet, they could have gotten some promethium. They could have mined some promethium. Poor city gooses. Xeno artifact. Mysterious object. That's a ring into the webway, isn't it? Cinerus Maleficum. Material, internal void ship communications log. Look out. Bridge, we have an unknown object dead ahead. Not an asteroid, clearly artificial nature, but it's larger than Footfall Station. Bridge. Copy that. Report relayed to officer on duty and pilots. Expect visual soon. We have visual. What the incoherent whispering? Bridge. Look out. This is the Vox Master. I'm adding the pilots, senior officers, and the Lord Captain to this channel. Her ladyship wishes to assume personal command. Lord Captain, we have requested intel on the object from the Augur Array module, awaiting their response. Alright, Lord Captain on the line. No need to engage the Augurs. I know what it is. It's called a webway gate. Officer station. Von Calyx here. What we see before us is a webway gate, an artifact that Xenos used to get to their sorcerous realm, so to speak. It allows Aldari to get around the sector quickly and serves as a hideout for their most unpleasant tribe, the Drukhari, whom we have already met. Irlet here. This gate is just like the one you saw on the Lelathan. The children of Assyrian wander the void through such constructs erected in ancient times. Any ship that passes through such a portal will enter a tangle of paths unfathomable to none but my kin. Is there an auger report? According to the available data, the object consists of an unknown material foreign to the Imperium. We are registering an unknown class of energy profile. The engine seers are at a loss about how this technology works exactly, but they did specify that the energometry, energometry, suggests that the system is holding an active charge. The object appears ready to do whatever it's designed to do. What is the senior officer's take on this? Reactivate the device somehow? Requesting response from the Engineering Bridge. Apologies, Lord Captain. The tech priests have refused even to consider such a possibility. It would be a violation of the Omnissiah's tenets and an extremely dangerous undertaking. Bridge. Perhaps a certain companion of yours could. Even if I knew the secrets of this gate, I would never surrender it to the Monkey. The webway is our kin's sacred refuge, a deadly trap to those such as you, Elantak. Changing course, moving out. Yes, Lord Captain. Maneuver engines, changing course. I don't want to destroy it. Why would I destroy it? Why would I do that? God, Spain. Wait, I have another one? What? Oh, I guess it just, like, shows there, huh? Makes sense that there would be a stash near a webway thing. What the heck? Why am I all the way over by the heathen stars? A warp breach. Ungodly fiends spreading sorcerous disease walk the lower decks, gathering a cohort of infected voidsmen. If no measures are taken immediately, an entire bay could be turned into a den of heresy. Yeah, we'll face them ourselves. Let's take good old Van Calix over here, because, you know, he's a Inquisitor. He's an inquisitive lad. Fortress of Nurgle.
The battleground beckons.
Come to chaos!
I don't wanna. Alright. Medea. You should go over here. Abelard, I'm gonna have you over here. Well, the two lads. I'll be there. There's Argenta. Right there. Alright. right next to each other.
A wicked thought.
Well, now is within a range of 11, so gain the ability to move to this area. Use of decay. Toxic type of damage, healing unit instead of damaging. Uh-oh. Might need to swap out your weapon, because I think mine does toxic damage. Well, I missed anyways. Awkward.
Chaos guides me. Your blood will flow.
These ruby flashes are choking me.
Uh-oh.
The Emperor is on our side. Let's see to it.
Nice double kill.
For the throne's glory.
You didn't go fully there.
I won't object. Death to non-believers!
Oh, there's a lot of them that way. Mystery Heinrich might have that.
Running binaric override.
Bonk. Stopping stinky lads.
Out of my way!
I am doomed.
Death to the weak! I serve the ruinous power!
I serve the
Just keep
ruinous
throwing
power
toxic
of
grenades.
chaos.
They're a bunch of gassy boys.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
23 damage. Let's go.
Chaos guides me.
Okay. Alright, moiter each other.
Help me, Lord Captain! Isn't this a job for
No matter the cost.
Okay.
My ears at your beck and call.
God damn, Avalord.
Victory
Jeez.
is imminent.
It's just fucking popping off, dude. Like, single-handedly just killed, like, all those dudes. Uh-oh.
Let's see.
Where to? Oh. Oh, come on.
But of course. I'm done with this one. Everyone, step aside.
Jesus fucking Christ, my dude.
Death to non-believers!
is a prayer.
You don't frighten me.
Eesh. Stinky. Stinky lads. I like how the ones that actually like use their grenades don't have one.
Up, one step at a time, amidst the madness. Oh, what lies beyond? Ha! There will be no peace in my wake. They will see.
On the
Oh,
bow.
yes, they all will see.
Brace yourself, Abelard.
Schemes within schemes within schemes. Curiosity sings in my veins.
Here's what's up with all these valves. Eek.
Patience. My nerves are frayed.
That was an easy encounter. Lapidus mortis. Someone died here. Enemies of humanity are going to die here. Also, it's a neutron star. Charred ruins. That's a funky looking asteroid. Okay. And time. Shit ton of plasteel. Shattered world. And a mirage.
Ah, finally! Some real action!
Odari. Oh no. I don't want to fight Odari. What the fuck is going on here? Creates hollow projections that disrupt the targeting systems of enemy ships. Each attack made by an enemy has an equal chance of targeting either the real ship or one of its projections. Each time a projection is hit, the hollow field loses 1 charge. Alright. Hit. That one did not hit. Right, Aconite. That way.
Oh, commence the symphony of macro cannons.
Just gonna have to hope that these neutron torpedoes don't have a super wide firing arc. Turning arc, rather. Gotta go. Never mind. I forgot that they can detonate anywhere along the path.
Launch the devastating payload.
E, got rid of it.
Lance!
What? That is not what I wanted. That is not what I wanted at all. Like, what the fuck? Heavy. Like just outside my fucking arcs, dude. Took damage. Now they're in it. Let's fucking go. Boom. Got him. Okay. Hoping these things don't have like a tube AoE thing.
Commence torpedo launch! Engage the lance!
Very nice.
Initiate macro cannon barrage! Launch the devastating payload! Yoink. Aw. One too far. Okay. God, the torpedoes are so good. Set course!
A worthy contribution to Lady Theodora's legacy.
Was 2 adamantine, 8 plasteel. Do that. Be xenotech. Shard ruins have been detected on the planet's surface. The architecture, building materials, layout, and passages betray their Xenos origin. There are currently no signs of Xeno activity on the planet, and the ruins seem to be abandoned. Run a detailed scan. The burnt husk of the Imperial shuttle has been found in the an Imperial shuttle has been found in the heart of the ruins. The pilot's remains are badly damaged. It would seem the shuttle smashed into the building at full speed, causing the fire that destroyed it. Sister Argenta believes the crew has found the remains of a martyr who sacrificed themselves to protect humanity from the Xenos threat. She proposes to erect a monument and hold a service to their honor. Impressed by the dead pilot's bravery and believes they would have been honored to have their equipment serve new generations in the fight against Xenos and heretics. Are to be left alone. Archaeotech las gun. And reinforced boots. Collision damage caused by the wearer is increased by... What the fuck is collision damage? Close examination reveals a few precious archaeotech items. Unfortunately, removing them destroys the pilot's remains. White shards of bone are now scattered among the burnt-out ruins. What is this Hulk? Vigilant member of the Augur crew has detected a small Xenos vessel drifting through the void. The ship is unpowered and shows no signs of being crewed. You're on your point. Wasn't expecting it to just like disappear. Guess I get to do this again. And a recon team. Same outcomes. Okay. And a boarding shuttle. Squad boarded the vessel without issue. Corrosion had laid waste the ship's systems, which led to the death of the entire crew. The interior is full of Aldari corpses. No weapons were found on board, and the dead Xenos, judging by their clothing, were not part of any warrior caste, merely the crew of the now defunct ship. Xenos Irlat claims to have recognized symbols on the dead Aldari's clothes. They were civilians from the refugees from Craftworld Krudarak. Rip. This is Xenotech. Degrees. Go down less by 1. She can, for some reason, upgrade her thing. For this. But I cannot. Why? Five BPM. Launch on the turn. supposed to be here. Uh. Oh. Didn't speak to Irulet after request ended. Big stretch. Ah. Save?
Hello, Talk.
No, it's Kirby saying nothing. Alright, thank you for your candor. Alright. We have something to check out. Muro. Nothing? Emergency aboard the Void ship. Foul warp entity has pierced the thin veil of the Geller field and spawned unimaginable beasts and unnatural hues. The Vox systems are picking up the crew's screams, and the warp fiend's loathsome giggling. The situation demands immediate intervention. A little bit of equipment. Y'all got this, I believe. Presence required. Presence required. One more efficiency. Yep. Which is basically gonna be this, I guess. Prioritus Scutarius. 10 tech use. Damn. 84 to 98. God damn. I need the Flawless Servants for that. safe routes along there. One, two, three. 1, 2. Mysterious sickness struck the clan living in one of the macro cannon chambers. The disease spread quickly, causing the afflicted to writhe with unbearable stomach cramps and expire after several days of agony. Before the officers could react, the neighboring clans took the issue into their own hands and flooded the chamber with carbon monoxide. The macro cannon was put back into service, and the vigilantes were punished for subjecting the rogue trader's servants to mob justice. I don't really mind that they did that. I'm under surveillance. They don't do shit. Blood and nithium. This is 12 people. Holy fucking shit. That's like most of my guys. That's most of my people. Need complacency. I want this one. Warp encounter battles. It's demons. For all colonies. Profit factor 50 or higher. It's Big Witch. I don't really use items. 6 people. Experiments on serfs to create improved enforcers for the defense of the. Steel weapons, adamantine. Giants. Colonies. You have to actually go to the planet to do the thing. A death cult, huh? A death cult has flourished in the colony, driving its members and others to the brink of religious frenzy through bloody sacrifice and self-flagellation. News of their bloody deeds brings uncertainty and fear. Permit the cult. Security -2. 3 people. Smother the pernicious cult by indulging the squalid masses' most base desires. Protection of the cult. All of the following are required. 3 people. So why am I not able to pick that? Smother. With all the extravagance bestowed on the planet's commoners by the rogue trader, the death cult dissolved, giving way to more optimistic and peaceful teachings. Nice, I guess. That's nice. The reaping. We're close. We're close to getting you. Alright. How's our search for a saint's body going? Have we collected them all? New outpost. Planetary authorities wish to found a new settlement that would expand their influence on the planet. Approve. Efficiency +2. Support construction with resources. Efficiency +3. Inspire the people to support construction efforts. +3. What are the differences here? Like, support. Support. So no matter what, efficiency goes up. Right. We want our resources to go into it, or do we want their resources? Let's make them self-sufficient. Inspire them. As a collective initiative, the commoners will help organize the construction efforts, molding a great future for their colony. Yeah. Collectivism. Let's go. Pull yourselves up by your bootstraps, which is supposed to be an impossible task. Okay. Cash on that. No idea what's going on with them stolen stars. We not finish that? Raids on inhabited worlds and ruthlessly destroying imperial outposts. Angels of the Emperor. The Magnet Storm. Only truly powerful sacred technologies can gaze in the Iron Storm. One of them specifically mentioned the ocean world. Ah, this one. And restore the architect companies pointing to the location of the fleet's mothership, Muro 79 system. Rumors about us. I'm a king killer, and I love animals. I'd be like, fuck them kings, and give me your pets. I want to give them all the scritches. The Lord Captain and her crew have lost track of how much time they have spent in the warp jump. The vessel itself, the groaning of the bulkheads, the Voxmaster's reports, it all happened so many times before and would happen yet again. No matter what occurred, the officers could not shake the feeling that they were running in circles, as if the voyage across the Sea of Souls would be eternal. Routine actions blended into great nothingness and filled the crew's hearts with anguish. Many members considered submitting to the mercy of the chaotic power outside. Days went by, but the navigator did not give the order to leave the Immaterium. Contact the navigator. The navigator gave praise to the God Emperor that the Lord Captain had replied at last. It turned out the ship had gotten stranded in a temporal anomaly, and only the vessel's psychers had managed to resist its malignant influence. The warp is full of countless riddles, but this one has finally been solved and stands ready to release the ship into real space. Alright. Okie dokie. Warp beasts have enthralled the crew in charge of one of the macro cannons and massacred those who resist the heresy. We'll fucking moiter them then. Always the macro cannon chambers that like all of the weird shit happens in. And all the combat shit happens in. Alright, who are we facing today? What do we got? We've got burning. That's a good sign. Gonna be more Nurgle buddies. Oh, corn cultists. Oh, don't fucking step in that. Oh. What the fuck are you?
To the ordinary, I am an enigma. Oh, glorious spectacle of your demise!
Get you up there. Abelard. Get you like over there. Cassia. You there. Good Lady Argenta. Yeah. Alright. Can't see any of my allies. Apparently I can. Let's see. Yeah. No line of sight. Oh. Have to center it on you.
I won't sully myself with that.
Yeah, don't do that. That'd be lame. Nice.
A wicked thought.
Got AoE.
Crush the evil.
Just a minor setback. Out of my way!
Alright, last time it was toxic grenades, now it's fire grenades. Let's go. Why are these not constant? No, dos. Trace. Fuck you.
I'll do it. None can escape the Emperor's judgment.
Excellent. My lord would get hit by that.
Death to the weak!
Bloodthirsty mark.
Serve the ruin of power! Suffered worse.
Thank you for hitting your own allies. Idiot. Well, you're smart enough to go around the fire.
I bring ruin.
They don't take fire.
Chaos guides me!
No! These ruby flashes are choking me!
God damn it.
Pain and beauty go hand in hand.
How many corn boys?
Death to non-believers!
Naturally.
Worthless. Voyage the soul. Wait. And that caused a big. Like, wait a second. Wait. Maybe don't do that.
Let's see to it. For the throne's glory. Throne taking.
So many grenades. No. Only one? Oh, there's two. What does this do again?
What? You are target.
A big ol' chaos bomb, boy.
It will be done.
There's so many fire effects right there, man.
Nothing stands against me.
Keep doing. Fire resistance.
Let's see to it.
Oh. Lame.
What if? A genius at work.
Indeed.
Indeed.
Another one is shot.
Everything's on fire. That's the wrong thing. Very nice.
This is why I was chosen.
Oh,
I won't go down easy.
Faith without deed, each strike is a prayer.
sure have.
Move further away.
Scorn the pain.
So much fire.
But of course, Lord Carey.
61. Alright. The first time we faced cultists of corn. First time there's really been any mention of corn. Go out through this way.
Oh, what lies beyond?
Beyond. The heck is this? Showing the way. The priceless discovery left the crew speechless and shaken. The ancient Imperial Ark ship, Hammer of Redemption, was hidden below the surface, impervious to the auger's sight. Had the rogue trader not found pieces of the Archaeotech compass that resonated with the vessel's defense systems, it would have remained lying in a bottomless chasm, lost and undeservedly forgotten forever. Oh no. The Adeptus Mechanicus acolytes studied the ancient data archives and concluded that the vessel crashed about 300 years ago after running into an asteroid stream. Hoping to rescue at least some of the colonists, the captain dispatched 4 lifeboats whose tragic fate you already know. Although time and weather were not kind to the Hammer of Redemption, the crew still managed to salvage plenty of valuable items. Add pattern data loom. Plus 10 to all skills. Can reroll any failed skill test once for each test. Damn. Y'all were right here. Doing nothing. Reject the flesh. Cool guy. Alright. Okay, we give her this Tome of Excess now. Give ourselves another plus 10. God, we are just a absolute skill monkey now. That. X against human enemies. Once per battle, can immediately remove all blah, 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 from enemies 10 cell radius. These. That to you. Portable concentrate hall. Shifting copy tool. Ooh. Swap that out. Oh, that helped out in that fight. He's got the pyromaniac boots. Collision damage. I don't know what collision damage is, but it sounds like some. Oh no. Gain 20. Hmm. Rave. All automatic weapons. Decrease the enemy's strength and agility by 10. And weapon skill plus 5 strength. Attacks up to 6 times. New skill, crit damage. One of the rare or these guy gets an injury or falls unconscious. Their allies gain that. Medea. Oh shit, she can actually equip stuff now. That's nice. That's great, actually. With Deadeye Shot, it reduces the enemy's deflection by 1 and adds 1. Okay, that's good. Considering she doesn't have doesn't really have any other options attack wise. I'm 10 athletics. Times rate of fire. Oh, that's more for things with high rate of fire. 5% hit chance, 3% crit chance. The rate of fire? 4. So 8% damage. Whenever kills their target with a melee attack, all enemies in 2 radius suffer their willpower bonus mental damage. Not good. Not good for any of them. Toxic damage suffered by the wearer by 50%. If the wearer has heretical votary, they also heal. Okay. Boost damage for an attack about Opportunity. Whole bunch of gray. A hand flamer. Do we have a flamey flamer? Oh, flamey flamer. Unstable flamer. Better than that. I get a sword. I don't think it was that. It was that. Scorpion chain sword. Ghost sword. I hate that it's like that. Because that makes a little bit more sense than the way around, I guess. One more damage. Max ammo 3 though, and much shorter range. Less damage, higher rate of fire, half the range. Upper. Strike. Just barely better. That's that. There was a commotion on lower decks. The chief mutant hunter, who is responsible for eliminating heresy in the hold of the void ship, went mad due to the perilous influence of the warp. The officer climbed the parapet above the central accelerator complex and threatened to jump unless the entire crew immediately submitted to a rigorous examination to uncover physical deformities and unholy perversions. After calculating the time and financial cost of the inspection of thousands upon thousands of crew members and consulting the tech priests about the dangers of foreign materials getting into the intake of the accelerator complex, the deranged mutant hunter was graciously allowed to proceed with ending his life in the desired manner. Damn. They're just like, yeah, go ahead, do it. That's fucked up. Oh, yeah. It helps feel like it's not enough of these to, like, fill these out, which makes me wonder if there's gonna be, like, new ones that we can get in, like, the next chapters. Like, maybe rank 3 is all I can get to right now, you know? Alright. I'm gonna travel here. Command Bridge received an alarming Vox message from the quartermaster. Some of the provisions and drinking water have gone bad and continue to worsen, teeming with fat gray maggots. However, the ship's air remains undefiled by the rank odor, and the maggots sometimes completely vanish from sight. Should we get rid of the affected stores? Make sure it's not just an illusion. First glance, the provisions are hopelessly ruined by scabs and disgusting larvae, but looking away makes the squirming filth vanish into thin air. Yet in the deception of the warp, thought the Lord Captain, proved right when the vessel arrived in real space. Uh-huh. Alright. Save there. And then we're gonna end it here for today. UBA 30, and I'm tired. I'm just like suddenly super tired. So yeah, we shall end it here for today.